Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the new subscribers, and for the ones who keep on coming back to watch my channel, to watch my content. I appreciate and thank you for always being there, for always being supportive, and it's been a while. So kindly, if you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly hit the red button that is written subscribe, and then there is like a bell just next to it. Click, that's a notification bell, so anytime I drop a video you guys are going to be notified, and I'd be grateful if you guys subscribe and also like my content. It really pushes my channel, and it's going to be helpful. And so today we're going to be talking about online forex trading. Okay, it's a topic that someone asked about. And disclaimer, I'm just talking about a few things of what I know about it. And I hope with the intel or with the little that I'm going to share, some of you or whoever who's going to be interested in the content can go do their own research and probably decide that this is what I want to do, or this is what I choose to do. And if you see me looking down, I have some notes that I prepared down here. So I'll be checking and seeing if whatever I'm talking about is aligning with what I've written. Okay, so let's start. Basically, what is online forex trading? It's an online currency exchange or an internet based platform facilitating the exchange of currencies between countries. And you can only do forex trading with two kinds of currencies. Like, for example, if I give an example of Kenyan shillings and the pounds or the dollars, probably you're buying Kenyan shillings or you're buying dollars to sell it as something else. So it's an exchange between two currencies. Then, as you are getting into forex trading, you need to know why are you getting into it, and are you good, and have you done your research well? Are you qualified to do the job? Okay, now why you engage yourself in search? Of course, probably it's because probably you like it or you want to start growing business wise in other platforms or in other lines. And there is no formula for success in the in the forex trading business. Most of it is you do it how you know, and you cannot be able to do it out of the blues. It requires a lot of practice, it requires a talent, it requires love for it. It's like just how someone plays football. You just don't go to the field and you become a superstar in football. You just don't go to the ocean and become a surfer, or you surf and you're good, or you swim and you're good. You have to love the skill, you have to practice the skill, you have to do your best. Put together so much of you, so much of your time, sacrifice a lot so that you can be able to do your skill much better. It's a talent and it's also a skill that needs a lot of practice. And also check out the kind of attitude you get into the business with. Never get into forex trading saying that I'm coming to make money, because you might end up getting greedy, and for lack of a better word, getting greedy, and you end up probably buying with so much more than you actually have, and you end up losing so much. Okay, before you trade, notice the value for proper preparation, like you prepare yourself very well, and also the relatable tools that you get to use in the market. The tools that you get to use in the market, meaning it makes more sense while trading something you fully understand than something you know nothing about. For example, you might be good in doing like retail shopping or retail buying and selling. You cannot expect out of the blues umeingia kwa biashara ya something to do with like oil, or something like bonds or those big things. If you're comfortable doing the retail, do that first until you learn how to do the next level one. First of all, practice on these smaller ones and do it how you love it before you'll be able to go to that other higher one that you want to work with. And your time frame also. Another thing is time frame. Time frame is, there are people who are good in dealing or in trading within few minutes. Like, you sit down on your computer, do your stuff, do your da da da, like whatever you're doing, and then you get your results there and then. And then there are other people, and that kind of a person probably who does it hapo, like anakaa chini kwa machine yake, works on something, and then the next thing you get your results. There are people who, those people are people who cannot do an overnight trade. Like, you work on something and then you like sleep it off, wake up the next morning to see if it's worked. But those people who can do that kind of trade are people who can do like a long term trade, meaning you'll sit down, study your chart, probably like over a whole weekend. Study your chart and decide, probably I'll start trading on Monday. And because I've done my research properly, I'll be able to trade and even wait for better results. Always study your charts, always take your time to study your charts and whatever you're going to be working on, so that you can be able to know if it's going to be a successful business, or if it's going to like work out well. Either way, always study the market to be sure what you're putting yourself into. And then there is the methodology. You choose your time frame, you consider your method of trade as well. Example, some traders buy support and sell resistance. Other traders prefer buying and selling breakouts, and some like to trade using indicators like crossovers. Now, those are terminologies from that side. Yani, you probably wanna select, I want to buy and sell probably like this. I want to buy this and sell this other thing, something of the sort. And then you need to have like another thing about the right attitude. You need to have discipline, objectivities, being realistic also, and your expectations. Don't have very high expectations, or look, yani, be real in what you're working with, because you can either make it or even lose it. So always be real with what you're working with, and also always keep your emotions out of what you're working with. Your emotions can mess you up. So business wise, not only in forex trading but also in other things, your emotions can mess you up. So when you're trading, always keep your emotions away. Like, have that boundary. Make sure your emotions don't get to you when you're working with something else. And also how to manage risks. One thing, doing forex trading, that's risking, of course. It's actually a risk, and it can either turn out to be a good risk or a bad risk. Then it requires art to carry out a successful trade. Meaning there's only two types of traders in this kind of forex trading: a trader who will always gain profits, and a trader who will always make losses. You either make losses or profits in this. Hakunanga ati kupenya or anything. You either make a profit or you make a loss. That's it about it. As a trader, you should have two rules while trading. One is never lose money. Never lose money. And rule number two is remember rule one. Yeah. And then you'll always remember, as a trader, you will rather take very small losses often than quickly wait for the big ones. Is how you guys just go through your thing, or you go through your charts and see, if I do this, ama ufanye tu hesabu zako uone, if I do this and this and this, I'll get a loss. And probably you had already posted it, and or you had already done your whatever, your hesabus and all that. And then you see, I'm going to get this loss. And then you probably approximate and say, what if I give it more time and add to this and this and that and wait and see? Probably you'll rather take back what you're taking that time and wait for the next time to trade than ujieke the next thing and probably post it and decide, let it stay there, and then we wait for it to like grow back or to bring back more sales. You may do that and end up finding that, but layer market rise, it's still going to fall lower than the way it was, or how they call it, But layer sasa rise, it's just going to fall lower than that. So you'll rather take very small losses oftenly than waiting for the big ones that are going to just come quick and then you're going to lose so much money at once. And then there is one point why traders fail. As we're winding up anyway, I didn't have much to say about it because it's just some research that I did. Most traders fail because they are undercapitalized in reaction to the trade they make. Probably, you know very well you don't have that much money, and then unaenda ku make sale higher, or you're probably buying something higher and you know you cannot manage, you don't have that cash. You're waiting on bahatia. What if it just comes out well, or what if it just turns out to be a good sale? You'll rather work with what you have as a trader than working with what you don't know or what you don't have at that time. And also, as I wind up, all losses are stopped by out of trade early. Ukijitoa mapema, that's what I've said in an earlier point. Always like, ukiona ni kama it's not going the way you expected, you'll rather pull out early and make that small loss than wait for the bigger ones. And then you just end up losing much more. And then there is a site, one more site that I'm going to share over there. For beginners, it's easier. So one can work with it. It's called babypips.com. I'm going to write it down here. And it's called babypips.com. It's a site, or it's a page, or it's a platform that traders use, and it's actually much more easier and they can be able to work with it very easily, and it's probably much better than someone is using such a thing. And I hope I helped someone. I hope I got across some few of the info about it, and from there, at least, hopefully one will have, or you guys will have, one or two things to be able to look around it, and at least to kuena know how can I start, or how can I do it, or which are the sites that I can do. And then when you're doing forex trading, you'll rather first of all start with, don't get an account, or do I call them personal accounts? You'll rather first of all work with the ones that are there on site before you decide to get your own, because first of all, getting on, of course, it's expensive, and you're not sure if it's going to like give back as you expect. So you'll rather first of all work with what there is online before you decide to like major up and work with something else. And that's all I had for today about forex. um it's a bit of the research that I did. It's a very, very wide topic, or it's a very, very wide chat or channel that people work with. Personally, I don't do forex, but I've had friends who do. I was actually helped by a friend to come together with a few things, and hope it's going to help someone. And yeah, and kindly subscribe to my channel, like, it really helps support my channel. Share, comment, and also share with your friends, and hopefully you're going to grow. And thank you for watching, and see you on my next video, and you guys have a nice time. Bye.